When people say that if another man's cap is burning, you should help him put out the fire or it will soon burn your own cap, that's exactly what is happening to Sheikh Gumi now. Before we continue with this sad and important story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for more updates. When Sheikh Gumi was busy begging and pleading for negotiation with bandits and terrorists in Nigeria, calling them our brothers and saying the government should stop killing them, he didn't know that a day like this would come where his own Muslim brother and fellow Imam would be killed by those same terrorists in Kaduna State. For years, Sheikh Gumi has been the most vocal defender of bandits in Nigeria, traveling to their forest hideouts, mediating ransom negotiations, and publicly criticizing any military action against them. He has appeared on television and radio countless times arguing that bandits are just misunderstood herders who need dialogue and amnesty, not bullets. He has condemned every military operation that killed bandits, accusing the government of being too violent and not understanding the root causes of banditry. All this while, the victims of bandit attacks, mostly Christians and non-Muslims, were crying out for help and protection, but Sheikh Gumi showed them no sympathy. He was only concerned about protecting the bandits he called brothers. Now, those same bandits have killed someone from his own community, a fellow Muslim cleric and imam, and suddenly the reality of what these criminals are capable of has hit very close to home. The brutal attack happened in a community called Birnin Gwari, which is one of the communities that has suffered terribly from insecurity over the years in Kaduna State. Birnin Gwari has been a hotspot for bandit activity, with countless attacks, kidnappings, killings, and destruction of property over the past several years. The people of this community have been living in constant fear, unable to farm their land, unable to travel freely, and unable to live normal lives because of the terror imposed by armed bandits. According to the details of this latest attack, bandits reportedly entered the community in the night of Wednesday, January 14th, 2026, and began to launch attacks on peaceful residents who were sleeping in their homes. During the violent assault, Malam Bello, who is a renowned imam and Islamic cleric in the community, was killed by the bandits. They shot him dead in cold blood, showing no respect for his religious position, his age, or his status in the community. To these bandits, it did not matter that Malam Bello was a Muslim like them. It did not matter that he was an imam who led prayers and taught the Quran. It did not matter that he was a peaceful man who had never harmed anyone. They killed him anyway, because that is what bandits do. They kill indiscriminately without caring about religion, tribe, or any other consideration. Malam Bello was not just any ordinary person in the community. He was an active and respected member of the Islamic community in Birnin Gwari and the surrounding areas. He was the leader of the Quranic interpretation exercise that takes place during the Ramadan session, which means he was a scholar who taught other Muslims about the meaning and application of Islamic teachings. He was someone who dedicated his life to serving Allah and teaching others about Islam. He was a man of peace who preached love, compassion, and obedience to God. He had committed no crime, posed no threat to anyone, and was simply living his life serving his community and his faith. But the bandits that Sheikh Gumi calls our brothers and wants the government to negotiate with showed Malam Bello no mercy. They took his life as if it meant nothing, leaving his family devastated, his community traumatized, and his students without their beloved teacher. This is the true nature of bandits, and Sheikh Gumi needs to finally accept this reality instead of continuing to make excuses for these criminals. The community of Birnin Gwari is crying out desperately for help from the government to come to their aid before the bandits and terrorists completely wipe out the entire generation living in the area. They are begging for military protection, for security forces to be deployed to their community, for operations to be launched against the bandits, terrorizing them, and for an end to the violence that has destroyed their lives. These are not unreasonable requests. These are basic expectations that any citizen should have of their government to be protected from armed criminals who kill, kidnap, and destroy with impunity. The people of Birnin Gwari have suffered enough, and they deserve to have the full force of the Nigerian military deployed to eliminate the bandits once and for all. No more negotiations, no more amnesty programs, no more treating bandits like misunderstood victims who just need dialogue. One very sad and ironic thing about this situation is that when the government finally reacts and start launching serious military attacks on these bandits and terrorists to protect communities like Birnin Gwari, Sheikh Gumi, who claims these bandits are his brothers, will likely be the first person to come out publicly and start crying that the government is killing their people. He will appear on television looking distressed and emotional, condemning the military operations, calling for restraint, and demanding that negotiations be given a chance instead of violence. He will make excuses for why the bandits are attacking communities, blaming poverty, marginalization, government neglect, or whatever other reasons he can think of to shift responsibility away from the criminals themselves. This is the consistent pattern we have seen from Sheikh Gumi for years, and there is little reason to believe it will change, even now that someone from his own community has been killed. Now that this terrible tragedy has happened to someone from his own state of Kaduna, someone from his own Islamic community, a fellow Imam and Muslim cleric, the question everyone is asking is, who is Sheikh Gumi going to cry for now? Will he finally understand the pain that victims of banditry have been feeling all these years? Will he finally realize that bandits are not misunderstood brothers, but ruthless criminals who kill anyone regardless of religion or status? Will he stop defending these murderers and start supporting military action to eliminate them? Or will he continue his usual pattern of making excuses for bandits and opposing any kinetic military operations against them? The answer to these questions will reveal a lot about Sheikh Gumi's character and whether he is capable of learning from this painful experience, or whether his ideology is so rigid that even the murder of a fellow imam cannot change his mind. The family members of the late Malam Bello are seriously and rightfully demanding justice for his murder. They are saying that murder is a very grievous offense in the face of God, and that anybody who killed the cleric will never escape the judgment of Allah. They are calling on the government to find and punish the bandits who committed this evil act. They want the perpetrators arrested, prosecuted, and sentenced to the maximum punishment allowed by law. The killing of Malam Bello is a serious test for Sheikh Gumi and his philosophy of negotiating with bandits. What do you think about bandits killing Sheikh Gumi's fellow imam? Will this change Gumi's position on negotiating with bandits? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for more updates on the fight against banditry in Nigeria.